Hey, what's going on, boys? My name is Asian Psycho, aka Sniper98. So, welcome back to a 5-day late Wales log for Genshin. Genshin Impact, of course. And, as you can see by the hot choco wife who's sitting here at the table, we got Dehya as the new character for the month of February. I forget who our last new character was. Alhaitham? It was probably Alhaitham. But, yeah, she's our new one. So, let's talk about her, right? Let's talk about her. Probably considered, well, not even probably, widely considered to be the worst 5-star character. And my personal rolls for C6 Dehya were also quite bad. The worst I've had, actually, for a C6 character. Because I lost, courtesy of Dehya, 6 coin flips in a row. Kick. Yeah, that's definitely my worst C6 character rolls. So I got that to put on Dehya. To be fair, the 2 of those coin flip losses did end up being double 5-stars, so they were basically instant Dehyas right there. But it would have been great if both of them were Dehya. Anyways, enough of me bitching about my gacha rolls. My Genshin luck's been pretty terrible the past couple of banners anyway, with the exception of Alhaitham, actually. Alhaitham was actually pretty nice. Him and Yao Yao, I believe. I think those two showed up together. Was it Yao Yao? I forget who. Yeah, it was probably Yao Yao. Or somebody, I forget. My memory's shot, as it always is. Anyways, let's talk about Dehya, shall we? So, I already showed you her constellation. She's level 90. Her current crit stat line right now, for now, is 72-180 with 126 ER. Definitely still a work in progress. I am committed to making Dehya as strong as I can make her, especially because she's C6. She will also be my second Triple Crown Pyro character, soon as I have enough weekly materials for her, that is. So, yeah, I am definitely committed to the Dehya mains club. Then again, I have every single character super invested in anyway, compared to most other people. So, who do I not main at this point? So, yeah, Dehya. I've seen other streamers and content creators have, theoretically, on paper, inferior Dehyas to mine, and they still they pump out way better numbers than mine does. So I know my own Dehya has nowhere to go but up. Better crit stats, better buffs, better team rotations, blah blah blah, whatever, all that sort of stuff. So, like, I saw Mr. Slice use a C0 Dehya, who was punching for, like, what, on average 20 to 30k per hit, per ult punch, and then her final ult hit did like 58k or something like that. So, like, if he can pull that off, so can I. And his Dehya was only at C0 at the time, so I'm not too worried. It's just a matter of time, patience, and of course investment. Appropriately got her own beacon claymore. So there we go. Recently to level 90 because I was kind of running low on weapon crystals. So I only just got her weapon to her claymore to level 90, like literally yesterday or something. Yesterday or the day before. And these are her artifacts for now. Initially, because of how her stats were laid out on like Honey Hunter and whatnot, I was like, okay, so she scales off of both attack and HP. So initially I started her out on, what was it? 2-piece HP and 2-piece attack, so 2-piece Gladiator, 2-piece Tenacity, and then as the days went on, I consulted with my chat over at my stream, twitch.tv/Sniper98, by the way. Go follow it. Shameless self-plug now that I'm a full-time content creator. And I was told that she doesn't really scale well with HP. So that's kind of a bait, to be honest. So I was like, alright, if that's the case, bet. So I switched her over to a 2-piece Crimson and 2-piece Noblesse instead. And she noticeably does more damage. So that's good. As for her individual stats, of course, these artifacts are still a work in progress, especially because of the new artifact sets that we'll get in 3.6, because one of them is made exclusively for Dehya. And so we'll see how good that artifact set is for her. I've already been told by my chat that there's a good chance it actually won't be that great on her, and even if it is technically her best one, it won't be her best by a long shot. Like, it'll only be a little bit better even if the numbers do end up working out in her favor. So we'll see. I consider my own Dehya's kit to still be a work in progress until 3.6 comes out, and I can get a decent enough artifact set for her, and we'll see how well she does there. Or maybe you guys can tell me how that new artifact set is in 3.6, just looking off of the numbers alone, because I'm sure people can still figure it out. Like, it's just an artifact set. It's not like a whole ass character we're looking at. So. But yeah, I'll try to pay attention to the comments for this video to see what you guys say about that, about the new artifact set. See if it's worth going for when 3.6 comes out, or if I should just stick to whatever else this is. I am aware, in case before you guys ask, I'm sure some of you guys already will anyway, or are already typing in chat. But what about 4-piece emblem? So I was told about that 4-piece emblem. Oh, and the 4-piece Oshinu, but I'll get to that second. I want to talk about 4-piece emblem first. So after taking a look at her constellations, at first I was like, oh, why are people recommending 4-piece emblem, right? Because, well, I kind of get the whole the 4-piece effect of it, which is ult damage, because Dehya's ult punches aren't normal attacks; they're counted as ult attacks, just like for Raiden. But I was like, well, like, I don't feel like Dehya needs all that much ER, and then I realized, wait a minute. I went back to her constellations, and sure enough, her C4 is the deciding factor on whether or not your Dehya needs a 4-piece emblem. What I mean by that is because of how her C4 works, right? Every time she ult punches, she restores energy for herself. That significantly reduces the amount of ER substat she needs. So you don't need to run 4-piece emblem. In fact, I think it's actually a little suboptimal on a C4 or over Dehya. Maybe if you give her like insane ER subsets, maybe it's still worth it. I actually don't know how the math works out on that, but my preliminary, like, week 1 opinion is that if you have a C4 or over Dehya, you actually don't need 4-piece emblem, and instead you can afford to look at other artifact sets like 2-piece Crimson, 2-piece Noblesse, or whatever, stuff like that. But if your Dehya is not C4 yet, so C3 and under, then yes, absolutely, 4-piece emblem is going to be one of her better artifact sets, if not her best, because it gives her everything she wants: ult damage and ER. Because her ult isn't exactly cheap as at 70. It's not 80 at least, but it's not 60 either. So yeah, those are my thoughts on 4-piece emblem. But again, do correct me if anything that I say is wrong, or if the math is contrary to whatever I'm saying. As for the 4-piece Ocean Hue strat, my chat did tell me about that meme. I consider it a meme personally, but the whole 4-piece Ocean Hue setup for a Dehya, where it literally turns her into an unkillable tank, as hilarious as that might be, I'm sure it would be great content for Genshin streamers for them to try out. But personally, I don't really see a point in that, because Dehya is so weak already in terms of damage output. Like, why do you want to gimp it even more by giving her Ocean Hue, right? Like, I know that Dehya can be utilized as a tank, like a straight up tank, which is kind of odd. It's definitely unique because we don't really have a dedicated tank character in Genshin, nor do we need it with how Genshin's quote unquote meta is like. But like, other than the meme factor, so I can't say the word meme because my nose is fucking clogged as fuck right now, as it usually has been for the past 3 months. As much as the meme factor with running 4-piece Ocean Hue Dehya is, like, that's not going to kill anyone, right? You're effectively neutralizing one character's worth of damage in your team just so that, that character, or, basically your entire team can't die, which is hilarious. But, in content like Abyss, right? Like, Abyss doesn't care about how long you survive for. It cares about how fast you can kill enemies. Like 4-piece Ocean Hue Dehya is definitely viable in case Mihoyo ever gives us like an abyss floor where instead of trying to kill enemies as fast as possible, we try to survive for as long as possible. If they shift up how the gameplay works, then sure, that would definitely be a top tier strat of running 4-piece Ocean Hue Dehya, that is. But we don't have anything like that, so what's the point, right? But I'm aware that is, an artifact set that does exist for Dehya, so something a little fun to think about at least. Anyways, going through her artifact pieces one at a time, I believe this is an old Pyro Cup that I had lying around. It just happened to be exactly what she needed, so decent cup, a little bit of ER, a little bit of crit damage, one roll into defense percent, which sucks, but it is what it is. Shimenawa timepiece, off piece that is. Double crit, energy recharge, perfect for her. Lots of crit rate, which is exactly what she needed. I will talk about my other characters later, but you might recognize this feather from a while back when I first showed off my Yoimiya's artifacts. And that's because I'll talk about this more in more detail later, but I did finally transition my Yoimiya off to off her 4-piece Crimson Witch to a 4-piece Shimenawa instead. So, because she's no longer obviously using her pyro pieces anymore, I decided to give Yoimiya's old feather to Dehya, and this is my quad crit damage roll because the final one went into a flight HP, which sucks because I could have had a 40 crit damage artifact set, but we'll get him next time, I suppose. But yeah, now Yoimiya's old feather is on Dehya, so that's cool. Sorry about my nose. This is her Pyro Feather. It had a lot of crit rate on it, so I decided to give it to her. Also a little bit of attack percent, so that's nice, I guess. Would have been better if it had crit damage instead, but that's okay. Maybe she actually does need the attack percent, who knows? Depending on how her damage is calculated. And the rest of this final one is here her crit damage mask, because the weapon's crit rate, so crit damage circlet. Lots of crit rate on this one, so that's good. A little bit of elemental mastery too, which is fine. And so yeah, that's what I'm working with currently. Definitely gonna be on the lookout to improve it. Ideally, I would like to change her flower first, because if I can get a flower like this with just as much crit rate and then have a crit damage stat somewhere, that's basically gonna be a straight improvement. Preferably with attack percent timepiece, attack percent subset, so she didn't lose all this attack, but. We'll see what kind of pieces I get, and I'll certainly be keeping an eye on what the community theorizes for potential artifact sets for Dehya. So yeah, and of course you guys can let me know in the comment section what like the current meta for Dehya is specifically that's been going on. Got Dehya's skill levels to 699 for now. We'll definitely try to get her skill levels leveled up. I don't know if I want to prioritize it yet, because I believe I forget which other characters need the same things as Dehya does, the puppet strings. I forget if Nahida needs them. She might. Let's see. My wireless mouse is freaking out. Yeah, so she also needs the same thing. So I think what I'll do is I will give Nahida the last 2 puppet strings that she needs in order to round out her skill levels. And once that's done, starting from next week, not this week, because I believe today's Sunday when this video goes up, I will then pour everything that I get from the Sumeru Weekly boss into Dehya, so I can get her triple crowned as fast as possible. I don't expect to have that done anytime soon, though, because I just got our latest crown from the Windbloom event, and I literally just gave it instantly to a Raiden's ult. So, there we go. So yeah, that's my Dehya for now. I'm very much aware that she is probably our weakest 5-star character in the game. Definitely one of our weaker characters overall in the game. But I don't care. She's hot, so I'm going to keep using her. If the fact that I plan to triple crown her eventually wasn't obvious enough, or didn't make that obvious enough, so there you go. Who cares about meta in a game like Genshin anyway? So, next character. Okay, so Dehya is our new character. We don't have Mika yet. I will probably only roll for one copy of Dehya because I should probably talk about that too. So in case you guys didn't watch my earlier video last month, last month. I basically announced that I am going full-time content creator because I actually lost my job as of 5 days ago. Yeah, I got a notice from my boss that he was gonna lay me off, or I was gonna get laid off. Like as far back as 2 months ago, except I only announced my full-time content creator status at the beginning of February, so beginning of last month, because I was still deciding, okay, do I want to look for another job, or do I want to try out this whole, content creator thing, try to make it big as a YouTuber slash streamer, Twitch streamer. So yeah, long story short, I am now a full-time streamer, so hopefully it works out. I guess we'll see. And so yeah, C6 Dehya is going to be my last C6 for a very long time. I will still try to continue to roll at least one copy of every character in the game, but we'll see if I can make that work out. It'll definitely be challenging, especially for 4-star characters. It would have been really nice if Mika came out with Dehya. I don't know why they decided to split up Mika with Dehya, especially when people were already gonna roll on the Shenhe and Ayaka banner anyway, because this is literally Shenhe's second rate up ever, and Ayaka is a popular character, so people will always roll for her anyway. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what the fuck miHoYo was smoking, not giving us Mika with Dehya. So your guess is as good as mine, I guess, or maybe even better. But whatever the case, whatever the reason, I still need to roll for Mika during those 2 rerun banners in 3 weeks. So yeah, and we all know how much of a bitch it is to roll for rate up 4-star characters now, don't we? So yeah, I'm not looking forward to that, especially now that I no longer have a stable source of income. That's gonna be fun. But in any case, my own financial woes aside, because you guys don't need to worry about that. I can handle that myself. Candace. So since Dehya is the only new character we have so far right now, excluding Mika, of course, I'm gonna now talk about all the other characters I've been working on, and to be fair, there's quite a bit. So let's get started. First with Candace. So the last banners we had, which were the Yelan and Hu Tao banners, I only rolled for one more copy of Staff of Homa, and it was for Candace, because before she had Blackcliff Pole, I think it was this one. Yeah, because Blackcliff Pole is the only other crit damage spear in the game, I think. There might be another one that I'm forgetting, but she had Blackcliff Pole before, and I was like, well, I like Candace a lot, so I'm gonna get her whenever we get another Staff of Homa raid up. I'm gonna roll for a copy of that, and sure enough, when Staff of Homa rolled around, I got another copy of her, or of Homa, that is, not Candace. So yeah, so I got this bad boy to level 90, along with Candace herself. So now her stat line looks something like this: 61, 200%. I'm really happy with the 200% crit damage. It's quite nice, along with 35% energy recharge. Ideally, I would like Candace to have a little bit more energy recharge than that, like maybe 40, even 50% would be nice. But I'll work with what I got for now. It's not that bad because her ult is only 60 cost. Yeah, so it's not terribly expensive, so it's not the worst thing. Even so, though, having a little bit more energy recharge on her would be nice. And if I have the opportunity to give her better artifacts, I will. But yeah, level 90 Candace with a level 90 R1 Staff of Homa, and still on 4-piece emblem, because I want to say 4-piece emblem is her best artifact set. Nobody uses Candace. Like even the Genshin helper spreadsheet that I usually consult whenever I want to look up what artifact set should I be on the lookout for. I don't even think that spreadsheet could help me out. Like, it had nothing on Candace. In fact, let me look up that spreadsheet right now and see if they've updated Candace's log at all ever since the last time I took a look at it. Where even is Candace? Is she even on here? Have people forgotten that she exists? Let's see. Okay, they actually did fill it out ever since then. So yeah, Candace, 4-piece noblesse, 4-piece emblem. Yeah, that's to be expected. Current Candace section is filled with placeholder content. It is not a finalized section. So yeah, nobody cares about Candace, and she's been in the game for I don't know how many months, like at least 2 or 3. It's been a while since she first got put into the game. Like nobody uses Candace. So, or nobody uses her seriously anyway. So yeah, I just decided to give her 4-piece emblem because fuck it. It's kind of funny seeing her put up damage numbers, even though it's not the best. It's kind of like Layla's damage numbers, but that's okay. I just want to be able to have an excuse to use Candace just at all in the first place. So yeah, let's see. Let's go over her artifacts in depth here. New HP cup, right here. 46%, well, that's her main stat, of course. 21% crit damage, attack percent. I'm kind of curious, actually, to know if giving her a hydro damage cup instead of HP would improve her MP damage, or MP, what is this, FGO? Her ult damage. I guess I had to look up what her talent description says. So wave impact damage scales off of max HP, blah blah blah. So yeah, I'm kind of curious to know if giving her a hydro damage cup over an HP cup would improve her improve her damage at all. So in case you guys know in the comment sections, or in case you guys know, feel free to let me know in the comment section below to help me out, or whether I should just stick to good old HP. But yeah, that's her cup. New HP timepiece. I think this is a new timepiece. Maybe it's not. Maybe I've had this for a while. I don't remember. But double crit, so that's nice. This is an old feather. I forget who had this. Actually, no. I think she's had this feather herself for a while. Because I know for a fact this is old. Because double crit with a little bit of HP percentage substats. So 2 rolls into crit into HP. So 221, I think. So yeah. I believe this flower she's had for a while. I think this is not a great flower. Like her flower is by far her weakest. So I'm gonna see if I can get her a better flower at some point. So yeah, definitely looking to change that. Her crit rate circlet. This piece itself is pretty old, but my Candace didn't have it before. I believe she had a different off piece before I revised her artifacts a little bit. So, but yeah, because yeah, she had a really shitty inset crit rate circlet. So I got rid of that real quick as soon as I got like a better HP cup. Because I think her HP cup was her off piece. Yeah, her cup was her off piece. But yeah, so yeah, she is now at a pretty nifty 61,200. Ideally, if I can get her her crit stat up to 70 while maintaining 200% crit damage, that would be great. Or if I can give her a little bit more crit rate at make her stay at like 65% with also 200% crit damage, but with a little better ER, then I would take that as well. But yeah, that is what my Candace looks like, and I actually can, you know, use her comfortably now, or at least a lot more comfortably than I did before. At least that's what I feel like. So yeah, also steadily working on her talents as well. I recently leveled up her ult there. Next up is her skill. With next week's round of Raiden Shogun weekly boss materials. So yeah, gonna get her to level 999 within the next 2 weeks or so. So yeah, there you go. So, okay, so let's talk about Yelan. My Yelan was already a pretty beefy gal from the last time you guys saw her, but I got very lucky with, I believe, what was her feather? Was it her feather or was it her flower? I forget which artifact it was exactly that that was a really clutch artifact. Let's see. No, she's had that cup already. She had her hat already. God forbid I give her a better hat somehow. But yeah, I'm pretty sure her feather is new. Yeah, pretty sure. Because I forget what her old feather was. Maybe this one. I forget if it was this one. But yeah, if this was her old one, then yeah, this one should be a straight upgrade. Should be? Question mark. Well, technically no, but it does give her slightly better crit rate. Actually, no. her crit rate seems to be the same from last time, but I know for a fact that her crit damage was only hovering at around 233%, whereas now she has 253. So she's getting extra crit damage from somewhere. I do not remember where. Maybe her timepiece. It could be her timepiece actually, because yeah, her cup. She's always had her cup. She's always had her circlet. I forget if this was her old flower or not. I think it is. I don't know if her feather was any better. So yeah, maybe it was her timepiece actually. Maybe her timepiece was the what is it? What was the improvement here? Yeah, maybe it was. Because I'm thinking maybe her off piece was a feather from before, except I managed to get a better feather somehow. Actually, no, that doesn't make any sense. I'm confused myself. What the fuck ever. I'm being schizo right now. But anyways, somehow, some way, I forget which artifact it was exactly, but I did somehow manage to give her an even better piece somewhere. So now her crit damage went up from 233 to 253. So like, holy shit. Like, this is like a dream lineup for my Yelan. And technically speaking, the amazing thing about it is that it can technically be even better. Because you guys saw her flower here. Like, there's one roll that went into defense percent. So technically, it could be even better. If somehow I managed to find an even better flower than that, God forbid. So yeah. Just a quick little update. Well, not really quick because I spent half the time being schizo as fuck. But yeah. Just wanted to let you know that my Yelan is somehow even stronger than before, which I don't know how the hell that happened, but I'll take it. In any case, next up on characters who I've improved. So next up we have Ganyu. So, sorry about bumping my mic. So yeah. Just like how I rolled a copy of Staff of Homa for Candace, I got a copy of Aqua Simulator for my Ganyu. So yeah, sure enough, I got that shit. Got a copy, another copy of Aqua, got it to level 90, and gave it to my Ganyu. So now, like I discussed I can't speak. Discussed before, I switched off Ganyu's crit damage circlet for an attack percent circlet instead, with double crit, so she gets a little bit of crit rate at least, so she's not completely dependent on her 4-piece blizzard, at least not as much as she could be. But yeah, got her an attack percent circlet. Attack percent circlet. I will, whenever I get the chance, I will see if I can get a better one. Even though technically speaking, this is basically just as good as whatever Yelan's hat turned out to be. But this one rolled once into flat attack, so it could be better technically speaking. So yeah, I'll be on the lookout to see if I get any like really good attack percent circlet with double crits or something. So yeah. So because of that, because her circlet is now her new off piece, I managed to get this cryo goblet, cryo cup, and thankfully, even though half the substats are bad, all the rolls managed to go into the stats that actually mattered. So it gives her a decent chunk of crit damage and a big chunk of energy recharge. So that's very nice because that makes up the majority of my Ganyu's current energy recharge substats. So my Ganyu should have no problems getting her ult, right? Looping her ult basically. So that's her cup. I am still looking for a better inset attack percent timepiece, because obviously this could certainly be better. I'm rocking this for now because this is the only timepiece so far that I actually got a few rolls into crit damage, because I'm mainly looking for crit damage naturally on a 4-piece Blizzard Ganyu. But yeah, ideally, double crit, maybe ER, maybe a little bit of EM there as well. But yeah, still hunting for a better timepiece though. Currently, my priority is on leveling up, trying to get a better set for my Raiden, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, that's her new timepiece. I believe this is a better feather that I got her, because her feather that she was using before was this one. So yeah, let's see her new one if I compare it to this. So yeah, I sacrificed a little bit of attack percent for another roll into crit damage. It also got more energy recharge, so overall I think this feather is better, significantly, moderately better than her old feather. So that's great. This is the flower that she always had. Like, I don't see myself changing this. Like, holy crap. Like, how the hell do I improve something like this? I mean, to be fair, crit rate both low rolled, which sucks, but whatever. I can deal with that. But yeah, that is her current artifact set. Ganyu's current artifact set. So now her crit stats look something like this. 20% crit rate, but with double cryo resonance and 4-piece glizzy, 4-piece blizzard effect. That should go all the way up to what, 40%, 15, so 55, 75% crit rate against frozen targets. So yeah, I usually use her in freeze teams anyway. So yeah, looking good, looking good. I could probably try to push for a 300% crit damage Ganyu somewhere. I mean, technically speaking, it could be possible. Like, I could technically get a better cup. Technically, could get a better timepiece. Yeah, if I can find like a baller ass timepiece that rolls like 30% crit damage or something like that, something insane like that, it could certainly be possible. Yeah, maybe even a circlet here too. Like, if this flat attack roll went into crit damage instead, like, holy shit, that and into the timepiece here, like, that's it. Or even the cup too, right? That's it. That'll do it for 30% crit damage Ganyu. But yeah, as of now, my Ganyu is hella loaded. At least I think so anyway. I do kind of second guess myself sometimes because Aqua Simulata's base attack is so low, and considering Ganyu scales off of attack naturally, I do kind of second guess myself sometimes that, you know, is Aqua really a good, you know, a good choice for Ganyu? So I guess we'll see. But yeah, I think Aqua, level 90 Aqua is a direct upgrade over level 90 Ammo Spell. But I guess I suppose you guys in chat, you guys are not. I'm not streaming this. You guys in the comment section can let me know if Aqua is indeed superior to Ammo Spell. I sure hope it is. Otherwise, I can just give Aqua to somebody else, I guess. But yeah, you guys can let me know. All right, next big girl here. So Raiden Shogun. Here we go. So, Raiden is my next big artifact revision character, and I've been working on her ever since I finished Alhaitham's artifacts, I think a couple weeks ago. So yeah, I'll go over Alhaitham too, just in case, after Raiden. In case I didn't talk about Alhaitham's finalized artifact set yet. So, Raiden, she is now working with 75-150, so that should be an overall improvement. I think it's certainly a very nice 1 to 2 crit damage ratio, so that's very nice to see. But yeah, it should be a direct improvement because I believe before my Raiden was only working with about a 68% crit rate and around 150% crit damage anyway. So her crit damage has stayed relatively the same, but her crit rate has improved a little bit. So now her crit should be a little more consistent. It certainly has that, you know, perfect crit damage ratio. So again, that's very nice to see. But yeah, still got R1 engulfing lightning. So yeah. Let's take a look at what I've done, what the changes I made to her artifact set. So, she used to run an off-piece Electro Cup, but now I managed to get a pretty decent inset Electro Cup for Raiden, so that's very nice. Unfortunately, the last roll, as expected, went to flat defense, but still, overall, this piece rolled out very great, or it turned out pretty good. So, definitely usable. So that's allowed me to focus on giving her another off piece, and since her flower was her weakest artifact set, or weakest artifact, I decided to give her this one, this baller ass gladiator flower. Not the best either because fucking flat damage. What is with me and rolling defense rolls all the time? I make fun of Mr. Slice for being the defense Archon. Now I am becoming the defense Archon. But in any case. Yeah, this is an old flower, an old gladiator flower that I had just kind of lying around. I rolled this because I was kind of curious to see, because I have a lot of like potentially good gladiator pieces from the days when I was using the artifact recycler from the crafting table to get hella gladiator artifacts to try to see to get more pieces for my Shenhe back in the day when I was still working on her artifact set full time. But yeah. This is basically the perfect flower that she needed. Baller ass double crit stats and a little bit of attack percent there. I kind of wish that one of those substats, not the non-crit substats, were energy recharge instead, so that way she would get a good 270% energy recharge. But I could look for that somewhere else. But for now, this is the off-piece flower that she has, and it's pretty damn good, all things considered. Just kind of wish that flat defense went something else though. This is the old inset crit rate circlet that she's always had. I mean, how the hell am I gonna get a better one than this anytime soon? 27% crit damage. Holy shit, man! I already gone over her cup. Her feather is one of the best feathers I have on my account. Like, this is never getting off. I'm never giving this feather to anyone else. Like 15% crit rate, perfect substats basically, right? A little bit of energy recharge, a little bit of attack percent. Double crit, right? Hella crit rate, so it's a beaut. But yeah, and so now her weakest artifact is actually her her timepiece. So I've been kind of thinking about giving her an attack percent timepiece instead. But when I did try to give her an artifact set that with a with an attack percent timepiece, when I tried it out in Abyss, like, I felt like she wasn't doing as much damage as she was with just plain old energy recharge. I kind of wonder why. There's like, I've tried doing the damage calculations on stream, but something wasn't adding up to explain that. So I'm gonna have to rely on you guys in the comment section to tell me like why it is that Raiden benefits the most off of an energy recharge timepiece. It most likely has something to do with her with engulfing lightning. I'm sure it's probably because of engulfing lightning, all things considered. It's just that I'm kind of curious to know like the exact explanation as to like how all the energy recharge stats interact with Raiden's kit and damage calculations for that to to make that work out the way it does. So comment section, please save me. Save this poor clueless Genshin whale player. But yeah, much appreciated in advance. But yeah, I will certainly try to look for a better inset energy recharge timepiece, because yeah, obviously 2 or 3 rolls into fucking defense percent is not a good look. But to be fair, I've had this piece for like basically the last 2 years, last year or two, ever since Raiden came out. So yeah, whenever I get back into emblem farming again, hardcore emblem farming, because I need to roll better emblem pieces for my Xiangling, because my Xiangling's been neglected for God knows how long. Yeah, I will try to see if I can find an energy recharge timepiece here, a better one for Raiden, a much better one. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, also working on, as I mentioned before, triple crown Raiden. Gave the Windbloom one that we got just today, or just recently, to Raiden. So now we just need one more to give to her her normal attack. So yeah, looking forward to that. I believe 3.6 should unlock our final our final our radish tree, the R&R radish tree ladder. So I think we should get like 1 or 2. I think 1 more crown from the what is it, the Dendro sigil ladder. So yeah, I'll give that crown definitely to Raiden's normal attack. So that way I can focus on Dehya's talents next. So yeah, that's how it goes with my Raiden. Definitely very happy with her for now, because I've been able to improve her kit for now, and she has a little bit more to go. I'll briefly mention Kecking, because even though I haven't touched Kecking's stat line at all. I think I mentioned this before actually, but I do want to move her to either a 4-piece Thundering Fury or 4-piece Gilded. Probably a 4-piece Thundering Fury set, to be honest, because I know my Miko is on 4-piece Thundering Fury, and she does very well on 4-piece Thundering Fury. That, and I fucking hate the Gilded domain because that place fucking hates me. But then again, who doesn't it hate, honestly? So yeah. Once I'm done with Raiden's artifacts and Xiangling's... Actually, I can just use my spare emblem artifacts and just use those on the artifact recycler to see if I can get better Thundering Fury pieces. I feel like I need more of those anyway, just to see if I can get better Thundering Fury pieces for my Miko as well. So yeah. When I start using the artifact recycler, the strong box for Thundering Fury pieces, I'll definitely see if I can try to improve both my Kekking's and my Miko's artifact sets at the same time. So there you go. All right, Mr. Alhaitham. So, in case I didn't go over this before, his final crit stats look something like this: 63 crit rate, 202 basically crit damage, and 138.9 ER. So very comfortable. Ideally, I would have liked to get him to 70% crit rate, but like seeing as I'm fine with my Candace being at 61%, makes me feel a little bit better. That's not at 70, but would have been nice either way. Light of Foliar Incision, obviously, and 4-piece Gilded. I finally got an inset Elemental Mastery timepiece that didn't roll like complete ass, so I have that to be thankful for at least. But yeah, I think his timepiece is still the weakest one, because this is his cup, which is decent. Has a lot of crit rate at least. This is his feather. His feather is legitimately very good. Again, the one roll into defense percent, but I can live with that. Flower is actually okay. It could be better, but at least it didn't roll any into flat defense, or even if it did, it only rolled once. So gives him energy recharge, lots of crit rate to work with, a decent chunk of attack percent. Then it's not as bad not having more crit damage, because he's getting a shit ton of crit damage stats from his weapon. Like, it blows my mind to this day that Light of Foliar Incision is a fucking crit damage weapon. That's insane to me. But in any case, and finally his circlet crit rate. Oh yeah, that's right. This used to be my my Wanderer's old circlet, because it was an off piece. But I noticed he had this, and I decided to take it off him and give it to Alhaitham instead, because he needed this. So yeah, very good circlet there. So yeah, definitely his timepiece is his weakest link, followed by his flower. So yeah, if I ever go back to trying to farm gilded pieces again, I'll try to be on the lookout for a better Elemental Mastery timepiece to give to Alhaitham, if I frickin' remember. But yeah, that is for now, my finalized Alhaitham setup. And he does very well. I'm actually very happy with this performance. I mean, I triple crown Kekking, so I'm very used to their playstyle, because, you know, Alhaitham is basically Dendro Kekking. Just with a much longer cooldown on his skill, but we can work with that. Also, been trying to work on his talents as well. Need more of these Mirrors of Mushin. I think the reason why I haven't been leveling his talents as much is because I believe I've been concentrating on Layla's talents, and I believe Layla also wants the same thing, the Mirrors of Mushin. So yeah, now that Layla's at 999 for her talent levels, I can now concentrate on giving those to Alhaitham. So yeah, Nahida, same thing. Gonna use this week's weekly materials to finish out her her talents. Tighnari. I'll go over Tighnari's stat line just in case I haven't gone over it before, because I know I did change it a little bit over the weeks. So he does have 81% crit rate with 186 crit damage and 22% energy recharge. If I were to improve his crit stats, I would try to get it to 200% crit damage, because it's basically almost there. It's only like 1 or 2 or 2 or 3 good crit damage substat rolls away from reaching that. R1 Hunter's Path as usual, and yeah, 4-piece Wanderers. Let's see, this is what his cup looks like. Could be better because it rolled twice into HP, but that's fine. It's decent still. Timepiece. His timepiece is actually really fucking good. Like his timepiece is probably his best artifact by far. In his kit or in his gear. Yeah, double crit, double digit crit stats. With a little bit of energy recharge, more than what I could ask for. His feather is also pretty decent. Rolled like once or twice into HP percent, but that's okay. It's still double crit technically. His flower is okay. I think the only reason why I'm using it is because it has it managed to roll a decent bit into elemental mastery. But if I had my way, I think I would try to look for a better Wanderer's Flower or something that has a lot more crit damage stats. Yeah, like if this had 20 plus crit damage stats, yeah, it would get him closer to 200% crit damage. And this is his crit damage circlet because his weapon is crit rate. And so, yeah. I have this. I'm only using this because this happened to roll a lot of energy recharge. Like, I really wish the dead substat rolls went into crit rate instead. But, I mean, it's fine. He already has 81% crit rate anyway. And at that point, like, I'm a little more concerned about his ER. But even with only 20% ER, he still gets his ult back pretty quickly, so I'm not too worried about it. I mean, his ult is only 40 cost, so it's not like he needs to worry about ER very much at all. So 22% ER is honestly kind of overkill for him. But yeah, I did manage to max out his talents, barring crowns, of course. So he's mostly a complete character. But yeah, ideally, if I could somehow find a better, flower for him, yeah, I would definitely do so. So yeah, there you go. Traveler, been steadily leveling up her Dendro talents now. So yeah, all I need are these a couple more Raiden Shogun weekly boss materials, and she'll be 999. So there you go. Nilo, I don't think I've changed hers at all. Yeah, I think her stats are the same. She's missing about 30% crit rate because her C6 stats don't kick in until you actually put her into your party. So her C6 crit stats, both crit rate and crit damage. So that's why they look the way they do. Otherwise, she should be at what 70% crit rate and like 200% crit damage, something like that. I forget exactly how much. But I don't think I've changed Nilo's stats at all. I do kind of want to get my Tartaglia also as well to 7200 crit rate, crit damage. Yeah, because now that my Mona and my Yelan are mostly complete, like there's not really much I can do to improve their substats. I will probably get my Tartaglia's artifacts up to speed as well, because I know his artifacts are not the best. Like this is his circlet. This is his flower. I mean, his flower is actually pretty decent, but I think this is only because it's a hand-me-down from like my Mona or my Yelan or somebody. Feather's actually also pretty decent too. But his timepiece could definitely use a little work, maybe a little more crit rate. Actually, does he need crit rate? I mean, his weapon, Polar Star, is already a crit rate weapon already. And his crit rate is not suffering at all either. So like 73 is good enough. So maybe his timepiece is actually okay. I could try to find a better Hydro damage bonus cup for him though, and this is off piece actually, so I could probably look for a better Hydro piece. Got a couple spares here. I could probably try see if they roll any better. So yeah, I'll try to get my Tartaglia at some point up to 200% crit damage as well. Alright, my Yoimiya. So, as I mentioned before, I moved my Yoimiya off of 4-piece Crimson to 4-piece Shimenawa, and boy oh boy do I really appreciate that decision, because already I could tell how much more damage she's doing with 4-piece Shimenawa proccing. So yeah, surprisingly, like I actually didn't need to work too hard for her 4-piece Shimenawa set, because like I just randomly leveled up like 4 Shimenawa pieces like over the weeks. I just didn't realize that they were good enough for her until like literally like the day before on stream, where I was like, you know, I should have 4 Shimenawa pieces. I'll give it to her just to see what her stats look like. And sure enough, when I equipped them on her, I was like, holy shit, like her stats actually pretty similar to what she was working with before with 4-piece Crimson. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll just change her now. So yeah, there we go. I believe her energy recharge did take a hit, but like like it's Shimenawa. Like she doesn't need that much energy recharge. I mean, she didn't even need that much energy recharge to begin with anyway, because her ult is what, only, is it only 40? No, it's 60 technically, but like I feel like Yoimiya gets energy really quickly anyway. So like her only having 70%, 17.5% ER is like not an issue. But yeah, like she was able to largely maintain her old crit stat line at 71 to 27. So yeah, like this is the best thing I could do for my Yoimiya. Fucking 4-piece Yoimiya master build. So yeah, there you go. She kept her old pyro damage bonus cup, but all her other pieces I changed to Shimenawa. Like this is an old timepiece that I had just lying around that I decided to give her, and it was good enough. I mean, it is double crit, a little bit of energy recharge, lots of crit damage. Her feather, also pretty decent, double crit, lots of crit damage, so that's definitely very nice. Flower, decent flower. I think this could be a little better because it rolled once or twice into attack percent, so definitely could try to get a better flower for her there. Crit rate circlet, not bad, of course, I'll take it definitely, but it could also be a little better. Like it could definitely roll a little more into crit damage, because once or twice into flat attack, once into EM, stuff like that. So yeah, there she is, boys. There she is. 4-piece Yoimiya Shimenawa dream is a dream no more. So yeah, love me my Yoimiya. My Yoimiya Yelan murder team will be able to murder Abyss even faster now that my Yoimiya is on a proper 4-piece Shimenawa. Say goodbye to 4-piece Crimson Witch, because I ain't looking back. Alright, who else would I want to talk about? Maybe my Diluc. I know I've been messing around with my Diluc from before, but I think he's largely the same. Actually, no. I don't remember his crit damage being at 167. I believe it was at 160 before. So out of curiosity, let me see if I changed his substats at all. I need it somewhere. I think his cup and circlet are the same. I think his feather's the same. Actually, was his feather the same? Actually, I actually don't know. I think his feather is different. Yeah, I think his feather might be a little different. Maybe it was the same one. I don't know. Again, I'm confusing myself. God damn it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he got an artifact buff somewhere, because again, I don't remember his crit damage being at 167. I think it was at 160 before, last time I checked. But yeah. So there you go. Who else have I been working on so far? Layla, no, I haven't touched our artifact set lately. I'm pretty sure I've already went over Cookie's stats already, yeah. So I'm pretty sure I don't need to go over that again. Who else? I think that should be it, yeah. Yeah, should be it. And then Xiangling, like I said, I'm starting to work on her a little more. Right now her crit stats are a little lopsided because they're in the middle of I'm in the middle of trying to improve them. But yeah, we'll definitely try to get her some better emblem pieces. Her cup is decent though. Her cup can stay there for the time being. But yeah, I definitely need a better attack percent. Actually, I do want to ask you guys in chat comment section. I'll use those terms interchangeably anyway. But yeah, again, same question as before with Raiden. If my Xiangling, or if you give Xiangling a copy of Engulfing Lightning, which she does, right here, does that mean that she would rather prefer a timepiece ER, or sorry, an ER main stat timepiece, or is she better off with attack percent? I would like to know that. So yeah, let me know, guys, in the comment section. But yeah, depending on what you guys say, I will try to look for either a better ER timepiece or attack percent timepiece. But yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I managed to roll this feather. This feather rolled quite a bit into crit damage. It rolled like, what, 3 times into crit damage, and this was a 4-line start. So almost 30% crit damage. Like, I want to use that somewhere. So yeah, I'm hoping that one of Xiangling's other artifacts will like roll really well into a crit rate to make up for that. somewhere. So yeah, could definitely get a better flower, that's for sure. And perhaps a better crit rate circlet. I mean, seeing that flat 60%, 60 defense is kind of shitty. So yeah, definitely gonna try to look for a better crit rate circlet for her. But yeah, let me know if Xiangling would prefer ER timepiece over attack percent if she has a copy of Engulfing Lightning on her. So yeah, those should be all the characters. Going over the weapon roster real quick. So I worked on every single weapon in the game, and they should all be level 90, except for a couple of the Sumeru craftable weapons. So as you can see down here, Moon Piercer, Fruit of Fulfillment. I believe there's another one down here. Sapwood Blade. Yeah, I'm still missing the bow, the Dendro bow. Yeah, I could probably make that whenever I want, because I think I need to just convert a one of those Sumeru exclusive bow like prototypes or whatever. I forget what they're called. But yeah, I just need to make one of those so I can craft a Dendro welfare bow, or the craftable free-to-play bow. So yeah, so with the exception of those 4 Sumeru weapons, the final 4, oh, and with the exception of catch, I still need to grind for catch. Oh my god, all the fishing that I gotta do. I have every other weapon max level in the game. Well, again, except for Mail Flower, but that should be pretty easy because it's an event weapon and it's got bonus XP during the event's duration, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, all the other 4-star weapons are max level. All the 5-star weapons are max level, especially now that I gotten Beacon to max level right here, or Bacon as we'd like to call it now. And every 3-star weapon, every individual copy of a 3-star weapon is now at max level as well, as you can see here. Same thing with the 2 stars, and same thing with the 1 stars. So yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said I was gonna level up every single weapon in the game. So there you go. So yeah, I have 4 or 5 more weapons to max level, unless there's like another welfare weapon that I'm forgetting about, like in the same vein as the catch. Like I forget if Sumeru has a like its own like free 4-star, like free to play 4-star weapon that you can obtain via like fishing or something. Guess I'll have to check up on that. But yeah, that's it. That'll do for the weapon inventory. Is there anything else that I need to talk about? I guess we can talk about my map progression. So I plan on going through the new Sumeru Desert section up here, the Desert of Hajamaveth, if that's how I pronounce it. Going through the Jet's World Quest slowly on stream. As you can see, I progressed a little bit on it because the robot right here, the giant ass ruin robot, whatever it's called, I moved it from here over to here. And I know it ends up like in Wounded Shin Valley somewhere here. So I've still got a ways to go on that world quest, but yeah, hopefully I'll be able to finish on stream at some point, because 3.6 is going to be here in like what, 6 weeks, and I know that will give us our final Sumeru region expansion before Fontaine. So yeah, definitely want to 100% the Desert of Hajamaveth before then. I'm already at 77% too, and that's before you know, completing the world quest with the jet. So looking forward to 100%ing the rest of this. Let's see. The rest of this is obviously already 100%. Still got to do Ashavan Realm, Last Nursery, Visita Field. I believe the reason why I still don't have these, maybe you guys already told me from the last month's Whales log, but I'm pretty sure now that the reason why these aren't 100% yet is because I haven't done I haven't really progressed the R&R quests yet. Because as you can see here, I still haven't done Chapter 1, Chapter 3, and Chapter 4. So still got to get those done. So that's probably the reason why I haven't been able to progress the rest of the rainforest yet. So we'll have to get that done at some point, probably on stream, now that I'm a full-time content creator, full-time streamer / YouTuber. So yeah. Other than that, I believe that's about it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's about it. So yeah, once again, I'd like to end the video by reminding you guys that unfortunately, because I am now trying to, quote, make it as a content creator, and because I don't have a stable job anymore, I have to cease like hardcore whaling on Genshin. I will still try to like do my full resin refreshes every day, but my days of wailing hard on Genshin are gonna have to stop for now. We'll see if I become successful at all as a streamer or as a YouTuber. I definitely want to make Genshin my main game because I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Genshin is the most realistic game, is the game with the best chance that I have of like making it as a content creator. Like no other gacha really comes close. So like Genshin by default kind of has to become my main game as a streaming game and possibly even as my YouTube content as well. But we'll see. We'll see what kind of content that I come out for on the YouTube side of things. Streaming wise, yeah, Genshin's gonna have to be it. So, but yeah, that means that I will have to stop like hardcore grinding. I'll still try to go for like at least one copy of every character. I'm just not looking forward to having to roll for the 4-star characters now. That's gonna fucking suck. So, wish me luck. Smile. But yeah, that'll do it for this month's Wales log. Another hour long as usual. Hope you guys were entertained. But yeah, let me know. Please try to answer my questions in the comment section, and thank you in advance for anyone who answers. So yeah, thanks for watching, boys, and we will see you guys next month. Peace. Also, Dehya is hot. Never forget.